Hey everybody, this is Alessandro. Welcome back to my channel. So yesterday I was studying with one of my students, like this video reference, like as part of one of the assignment. And one of the things I was discussing with him is not just about, copy the reference and stuff like that, but it's about understanding also certain part into the reference, right? So it's like when you see a pose and everything, the line of action, how can we improve it? First of all, we don't always have to copy the reference frame by frame, understand the essence, how can we push certain poses and angle to make a pose even more appealing, right? A lot of people still just try to focus and copy the reference and don't really understand what they need to push about that, right? So I want to go with this, through with you guys. So the first things I notice when I look at this reference, at the first part, it doesn't really tell me a lot, right? This first transition is not very interesting. So I was like, okay, why don't we start directly over here, right? And so one of the things I don't really like, for example, about this pose is having the leg like this, right? For me, honestly, it's not a very appealing pose. I don't like having the leg open up like this. So what I'm gonna do usually is just about adjusting this line of action over here, right? And maybe do something like that, right? And as you can see, when I work on the line of action, it's always about the make it more organic as possible, right? So I don't break in different body part or something like that, okay? Right, and so here we have the head, right? I see like how the shoulder is kind of covering up part of the head, the neck, sorry. Okay, I think it's really nice. And this, I think we can keep it that way, this leg. But so the important part for me is really this one over here, this leg over here, right? Okay, pushing it this direction, maybe having a little bit more flat, right? And so, and then definitely this one can be, go in this direction, right? And other things I want to do, obviously, focus on this arm. We can see very little, but this one over here, I really want to coming down. Okay, I really want to feel this angle here into the wrist, right? Because I think like it's very very appealing, right? And maybe this word, I don't want to have this word going in on his eyes or something. So definitely, you want to cheat in a way that it doesn't go on his face, right? So you have to think about when you do those things, like how you want to stage it, like how you don't want to have part of the props or an object going on someone else's faces or stuff like that, right? So this could be like the first starting pose, right? As we talk about it. So now from here, another key poses for me could be this one, all right? Boom, see, very nice. And again, see what I really want to do. I want to start with this one and see how the shoulder really pushing up, okay? So this is, for me, this is a key poses because this is the first moment where it's actually grabbing the sword with the other hand, right? Right? And maybe I want to start already to look a bit more to this direction rather than at the sword, right? And you see like I'm very careful about the line of action here. And again, it's important to have those sharp edge. Let's see, you can have a nice round shape here on the shoulder, but then you want to have this one, right? This kind of sharp edge over here, right? And assuming the sword is going to be around like this, is not very visible on the reference because of the compression, but I'm sure it's going to be around here, right? And this is obviously very nice, but we need to keep in mind that our feet was around here, right? See, very nice stretch line, okay? And this one, the feet is kind of here, so we do that something like really push it this direction, right? And so you see like how the weight is all on this leg. Basically, we have a very nice arc like this, but then we have the kind of arc on the shoulder, but then we have this kind of pointy angle here on the elbow, and we have this other one here on the knee, right? So there is this kind of a contrast that is really nice between those nice clean arc, and then we have those pointy shapes on the knee and the elbow, right? It makes it really it gives a nice contrast when you're doing your silhouette, right? So this for me is another key poses, right? Let me zoom out a little bit. And again, look very nicely let me draw the head first, right? Look again, what nice arc you have here on between the shoulder line, okay? But again, you don't want just to have just always everything too smooth, because then you kind lose the energy, the strength, right? And so it's important then to have like something a bit pointy, right? And same here now on this other one, boom. Okay. And then again, we draw the sword over here, right? Could be around this one. And then again, still you see, you still have the nice straight line. This is actually, in this case, is not very curved or anything. It's mostly, I will do just a straight line, okay? So a straight line also gives sense of power, right? And this one maybe I assume, you see, I can't see from the cloth or anything, but I think it's nicer just having a little bit of bend, right? And so you see, again, you have the same things here. Nice, nice arc here. Then you have the pointy here. This one is kind of, in this case, is kind of blending with this one, but you still have a nice line of action here. And this is just a straight line, boom, right? And you have a bit of pointiness over here on this knee. Now let's take a look again at some of the other poses, right? Okay, so this is like for me another pose that I want to improve, because for me right now it's like kind of broken, the line of action like this, and I don't really like it. So this is a pose where you kind of want to exaggerate things a bit more about yourself, right? I mean, you want to adjust a little bit more the line of action on the shoulder. Again, you don't want to do this, okay, because then you started to lose again the energy and everything, right? But you still wanna, and maybe you wanna push this elbow a little bit more outside, okay? But at least it feels like this movement now is a bit smoother compared to this one that is completely broken, right? You wanna adjust it a bit more, right? And again, make sure the sword is a continuous line from the arm. Okay, so you want to continue this. Okay, you want to continue this movement. And here again, see, I don't want to have the elbow, the knee pointing outside like here, because I don't want to do this, right? So in this case, what I want to do, having the knee a little slightly inside, right? And then again, here could be like a nice straight line where we see the bottom of the feet, okay? And let's take a look. Okay, same things could be over here, right? Try to have a nice clean arc between those things. And we want to keep in mind this one. We want to make sure, this is very important, because you want to make sure it's very straight. When this straight line between the, the sword, you have to make it very careful when you're going to do something like this. It has to be a straight line, right? That's the only way you can remove the sword from the from there. And it's like, so you wanna really be careful about that when you do your posing, right? And so this is nice, but again, here we can be a bit sharper, right? But again, you can still have, you see, a nice line of action on the spine here. Say going from here, this is gonna curve here, but I wanna just improve it, right? Right? And here, maybe I wanna again also have the this leg over here, right? Okay, make sure it's more visible. I can't really tell from the reference. Okay. Same things here. Okay. Again, maybe dragging a bit more behind. In this case, the elbow is still pointing, okay, outside here. And see, I want to keep this like this at the moment. And then turning it like this. All right. And again, this is nice. Okay, wait over here. But this one I wanna make sure I group, okay, these two legs together. All right. Again, I can always tell from the reference. That's why you need to use your skill and everything, right? Okay, so this is the first contact foot, so I'm okay to push for this one, but again, I wanna really push for this. Okay, I really wanna push the shoulder and everything, and again, boom. Very nice, strong pose. Okay, maybe push a bit more the angle. And see here the pointy elbow. Okay, again, it's not, those are not things you can see from the reference. Those are things that come eventually with the experience and everything, right? And again, it's just about understanding, yes, that you have a nice line of action over here, right? But then you have this one, okay, and this one as well, right? So all those things that gonna give energy to your posing, and this could be a nice first. Okay, boom. Right? And you see, now, for example, it's time to have a very straight line, right? To give energy to your pose, right? You don't want to always, as I said, make something bendy or everything, right? Usually straight line gives more sense of energy. Okay, that's the thing you want to keep in mind, right? Look at this one, for example, depending on the design, but one of the things it makes really dynamic is this one, like short, larger line on the shoulder and kind of smaller line here over the wrist, okay? And I'm gonna explain you in a moment why it's because like this is because, see, it gets even reinforced by the sword because basically you have this kind of pointy line like this, okay? It makes it very dynamic, always more interesting rather than parallel lines that are not very, very nice, all right? Okay, again, and see here, you can continue a little bit from the line of action, right? And so on. And now we take a look at the final pose. Okay, there is a bit of overshoot, not very interesting to study, but still, this pose again. Look at this. Let me go here to the final one. It's even nicer. Okay, look at this. I was telling about before, right? The shoulder, right? And then you see how the sword should continue, Basically, you have to imagine the sword is an extension of your arm, right? That is something they explain also as well, if I remember correctly, um, from martial art, okay, when I was studying those things. And again, see, look at the body, straighter now, okay? Can push this a bit more forward. Okay. And you see how dynamic it feels. And now it's less a bit about curvy line of action and everything. It's mostly about, look, we have this nice straight line over here. The body, also the body tend to be straighter, pointy angle here and here. You see, even the neck is a little bit straighter, right? I would say so. All those things is gonna make your pose, very very dynamic and nice. It's all about contrast, as I mentioned until now, guys. And it's basically at the end of the day is what's gonna make your pose really appealing. And it's just about understanding all those things and how to make something to look more beautiful and definitely more interesting. Okay, guys. I hope you learned something today and see you next time. Ciao.